Hey Switch, we just met you, and this used to be crazy, but now that it seems official, it's no longer a maybe. Nintendo is bringing a new Switch to store shelves in 2019. Yes, this is breaking news coming straight from the Wall Street Journal. They have learned from distributors and others with direct knowledge of the plan that Nintendo will be bringing a new Switch to market next year. It's supposed to hit the latter half of 2019, but it could come as soon as the summer. And this apparently is in reaction to sales that are still strong, but no longer as surprisingly awesome as they used to be. They say that while they plan to hit the 20 million units in the year through March 2019, they're not as impressed as they wanted to be. And so they will be bringing an upgraded version to market. Now, what that upgraded version exactly will entail is not clear, but the article goes on to focus on the display, saying that is one area they definitely could and might focus on, bringing a better LCD screen to the system. And it would allow for a brighter, thinner, and more energy-efficient display. They say that they will stop short of an OLED panel like you see on the iPhone X, but definitely something that brings the screen up to speed. Now, Nintendo apparently is still debating exactly what hardware and software features they want to include in this upgrade. So do they want to boost the power? I would have to say yes. Do they want to change the form factor at all? Will there be exclusive software? The article points out that the system is expected to have concurrency with existing Switch software, so it will play all of those games and have compatibility there, and it will probably have most of the same features, but Nintendo apparently is weighing the cost of what they can do to make this the best upgrade possible. Now, we know that Nintendo likes to iterate on their handhelds, and while this is a hybrid, it kind of makes sense. It's something that's been rumored from the beginning of the Switch's lifespan. We've heard for ages about when will the new one be, a Switch XL, a Switch Mini, a Switch 2.0, when's it going to happen, and it now seems like more than seems, it now is going to happen. They're very confident that this is going to hit next year, and that, I think, dramatically changes the trajectory of the platform, and especially of what goes down in 2019. We know that year is loaded with Switch games from Nintendo. We know that Doom Eternal is going to be an incredible third-party port, but what else will it bring? And will it feel like an awkward year where we're waiting for a more powerful version, or will things go as planned, status quo, and this guy will just pop up and be a potentially better option? I know a lot of people are going to be very, very hit or miss on this. Some people will be excited for a more powerful Switch given how much success the platform has had and how cool it is to take your games on the go, and maybe the prospect of more third-party support, and perhaps that's something that is buoying this for Nintendo, the idea that they're not getting as much love as they would like from multi-platform titles. But there definitely will be a large portion of people, I'm sure a bunch of you, that are bummed by this move. You know, the system released last March, and 2.5 years into the life cycle, we're getting a new one with potentially a lot better specs and maybe even cooler features, perhaps even exclusive software. That's going to be divisive for sure. And Nintendo's motivation for this, it seems a little odd to me. The sales are great, but maybe they're looking at a deeper, longer future, and they foresee things kind of shoring up. I know we felt a little weird over at SwitchForce about the Switch as of late, just because the game releases have dried up in anticipation for Pokemon and Smash Bros. And Super Mario Party, but it's been a bit of a doldrum down period, and maybe Nintendo knows what's in the lineup and knows what's in the works from third parties, and they really want to attack this ahead of the curve before it becomes a negative and keep those sales strong. What would you guys like to see in a Switch 2.0, in a Switch 2019? And are you surprised, bummed, excited about this? Look, as a huge Nintendo fan, as a person that gets the most joy out of new consoles, I gotta say that I'm excited to see what they do. And we'll wait and see what they do and at what price point before passing some ultimate judgment. But the fact that it will be a better Switch this quick, yeah, it sucks for the wallet, but it's kind of exciting from a gamer standpoint and what that will allow and what more that can bring and how it improves the experience and hopefully just continues to grow Nintendo's footprint on the industry and what they're able to do and who they're able to work with. Another note from the article that I find interesting is that apparently distributors and hardware makers and just software makers as well are waiting for this to see what goes down with the 3DS. And apparently Nintendo is now focusing on this next Switch primarily And first and foremost, before making a move on the 3DS, will there be another 3DS? Is that just going to sort of go away? How are they going to handle that? They've supported it well so far. We know that like Luigi's Mansion is right around the corner. They've got the Mario RPGs coming as well. But apparently, people are very eager to see once this Switch is decided what they then do on the true handheld side with either a 3DS successor or completely changing the landscape on that side of the golden coin. This is really interesting to me. I think it's odd that it comes out at this time. I'm sure Nintendo would have loved for this not to hit until January, February, already into the new calendar year. We've got the holiday season coming up, a bunch of bundles, some big games, and I don't think this will slow any of that down. I think this will probably be a pretty low impact leak/reveal, but it definitely is something to keep in mind. If a system is to hit next summer, do you want to wait? It's hard to wait when you have Pokemon and Smash Bros, obviously, and maybe even Animal Crossing based on a rumor earlier this week that it could hit in Q1 or Q2. But how do you guys feel? I'm very curious to see the comments on this one and know what you guys think. I'm kind of blown away that this just happened, but I wanted to bring it to you as soon as humanly possible. So that's the news. A new Switch coming in 2019. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the current Switch and from the new Switch. We'll get you covered on both as more details are revealed and more rumors are rounded up by the rumor rat. Follow us on Twitter and Discord for up-to-the-minute updates and to chat with others about the prospects of a new Switch and how that affects your holiday shopping decisions. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching Fantastic Day. I love you so much. Switch Force